Hadn't been to a high school cross country meet in a while. It's cool to be out there, see the sights, cheer my brother's team on. But something happened.
Yes. Okay.
In this race that I've never seen before. And I don't think you've ever seen before. And I think most people watching at home have never seen or really heard of before in terms of a high school state championship meet.
Okay.
There was a person in the race who should not have been in the race, who was well past the age of a high schooler. And this person finished second. They crossed the line second. Now, I was standing about 200 yards.
Was it like a bandit?
It was a bandit situation.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a bandit situation in a road race?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. But normally they're finishing, in the middle. They just don't want to pay the entrance fee.
Or they veer off 200 meters to go.
Yeah.
This person finished.
Okay.
And as far as I've been able to tell so far, I talked to someone at the finish line. I believe they started as well, too. It wasn't a hop on the course midway situation. This person started, ran the entire thing.
Ran the entire 5K.
And then finished second, and then ran right through the chute. Their name does not appear in the results because they didn't have a legitimate bib. They had a bib, but obviously not a legitimate bib.
Fake bib, the fraudulent bib.
A fraudulent bib.
Fake ID
now,
bib.
I'm sure by the time, if you're listening to this later on, the story, maybe we already have more details to it. But as of right now, that's what we know. I was standing about, I want to say 200 meters from the finish line, and I'm watching the runners finish. We have the winner go by, a big gap. Then this runner comes by in second place. And I remember thinking at the time, that person looks old. But
okay,
I haven't been to a high school meet in a while, right? We're used to covering like older athletes. And then the next runner comes, runner comes, and you don't really think anything of it until afterwards when people start saying the jersey that athlete was wearing, that team didn't qualify. That team didn't qualify any individuals either.
Okay.
So there was red flags all over the place. And then I made a call to somebody at the finish line and said, hey, what's up with this? I'm hearing something about this second place runner. Because then we go and look at the results and that runner doesn't appear. And then we find out they started and ran the entire race.
And they were good.
Not good enough to win, which is sort of a side note here.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it and you're older,
so
can't lose to high school.
How old are we looking? Like, what's your age? Age R?
So I believe this person was still in their early 20s, but definitely old enough to stick out.
So early 20, like
in the 21 to
24.
If you had to ask
College.
me, if you saw them like walking down the street and you had to guess, that's what you'd guess. I don't know exactly how old this person is. Again, by the time this posts or in another couple hours, we might actually know who the individual is.
So there's not a situation where it's like just a guy confused going for a run and he's like, hey.
Not that.
Okay.
It's not that. Intent. I was thinking on the drive over here, took me about 35 minutes to get from the meet here. I was thinking of any possible explanation of why this could have occurred. First of all, how does it occur? It's the state championships.
Well, it's not that hard.
But
there's not a fence on a cross-country course.
No. To get in the starting corral.
You could just walk in.
Don't you show the bib?
Yeah, no. On a cross-country course?
I feel like
you're not showing no bib. It's not a track meet where like you got to walk through a gate. There's no gate on the Round Rock field.
There should be. But I'm saying if they really started and then finished, like, I think of it this way. If the person had gotten caught, you'd think, how did they think they'd possibly get away with it? Right? But, and eventually they may get caught and ID'd and all that stuff. But as of now, they're able to complete the entire race. And you'd think, even through the finish chute, nobody noticed, nobody said anything, nobody radioed halfway through and said, hey, that person is running. It's not as if he was running in a jersey of a team that had qualified, right? All the signals were there that person didn't belong. So then it made me think of other sports.
Well,
could you get a 22-year-old onto a football field for a high school game?
For a high school state championship
High school state championship. How about in basketball?
Yeah, just like
checking into the ball game.
Just like, who's this guy?
Why is he 6'5" and have a full beard? I don't know.
No, here's the thing. It's a victimless crime, right?
Could have messed with the race. Someone gets hurt. Obviously, it's a huge deal.
What do you think his intention was?
That's what I'm trying.
I think I know what it is.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, and that's where I'm completely lost. I have no idea.
He's a YouTuber.
That's where you think this comes back to?
I think it's like I'm going to bandit a high school state championship race and try to win it, and like. They're clear. He probably had a GoPro on his forehead, maybe, or something.
He didn't see that.
But he had a film crew watching him, and I guarantee you, this is a vlog that we're gonna see come out Monday.
But you can't vlog yourself.
Well, he probably had people do like, I snuck into the Super Bowl with a fake media badge. It's good. I snuck into a high school state championship cross country race and got second. That's the headline. I'm clicking.
Here's what you don't.
Right? You clicking on that headline?
You don't want to do things involving high schoolers because it's involving kids.
That's okay.
That takes it to a level that you don't want to go to, as opposed to, okay, yeah, you sneak into the Super Bowl. What's the worst that can happen? You're banned for the Super Bowl for life. Oh, okay. Well, you weren't going to go back to the Super Bowl anyway. I have no clue, man.
So we do have a similar situation that happened with this. It actually happened on Flo Football. One of our sister sites. Where Bishop Sycamore High School. They basically created a fake high school with non-high school kids, and they got blown out on national TV and ESPN, like 50-0. Is this a Bishop or Sycamore High School situation?
But see, that was like, there was levels to that, right? This whole school ended up being fake.
Like fake recruiting.
And the players were way older, right? And they were like hoping to get recruited. I don't think that's the case with this individual.
Was trying to get recruited. How fast did he run?
He got second. What
was like the winning? Like, what was the time? What was his 5K time?
I don't. They ran 3 miles. I'm not sure what the time was. It's cross country. Nobody cares about time. Does that shock you? It was stunning to me to see that.
Did anyone else notice?
Yes, people noticed, and then it's starting to again. This
did
race
anyone
happened.
Stop him?
This race happened 2 hours. Well, so I asked somebody at the finish line. I said, "Hey," and he said, "Just walked right through."